Hi, welcome to CSA Professional Study Sprints. We'll be going through 10 questions. Each one of them will be done over 50 seconds. 40 seconds to look at the questions and review them, and then another 10 seconds to review the answer. Okay, let's start and have some fun.
You have a legacy application running 4M4 large instances. They cannot scale in auto scaling, but only at peak performance at 5% of the time. So we have something that is running of M4 and it can't do auto scaling, but we're wasting resources because only 5% of the time it needs all the resources. The rest of the time, it has a peak of 5% of the time. So very infrequently peak. Do we want to use enhanced networking, more nano instances, burstable? And here we are. The answer is yes, not T2 nano. No, not T2. C4, no. We're looking at the burstables. Burstable is a great solution. Your T2 burstable will take it because 5% of the time you want that. DHCP provides standard passing for configuration for host TCP. You have multiple sets of DHCP. You can associate only one set of DHCP options in the VCP at a time. You've created the first set of options and you're associated with it. Now you realize that you made an error in setting them up and you need to change this. How will you change this option? You need to stop it. You need to modify it. You need to create a new set, or you could only use the CLI to modify it. What do you think? With DHCP is very difficult to modify. So really the only way to modify it is you create a new set. So we can see. How'd you do? Keep going. Keep it moving. Company you work with has a huge amount of infrastructure built on AWS. However, there's been some concern recently about the security of this infrastructure, and the internal auditor has been given a task of running through to check all the company's AWS assets. So you got this. So he's looking at all the NACL, security groups, and whatever. So what are you going to do? You got to give him access. Create an IAM user, the security role, give him root access, an IAM role with read-only permissions, and give them a full access. Well, almost all security groups, when you see things like this, they love roles. And then you just got to focus on the whole thing with the roles. And here again, a role with read-only permission, that's the way to go. All right, let's wrap this one up and move on to the next one. And the face nice though too, but not necessarily. You want to set up a public website with AWS, and the things that require the following. You want a database, you want the database to be able to connect, and you do not want anything from the access. So how do you do that? Well, you're not going to put it in the public, so we could eliminate B and, well, C is put the public website and set database in a private and use that. That looks great. So D looks really good. C, local data center, private gateway to connect to the application. And I'm not sure why you would go and have a database somewhere else. I think you take a guess. I know what I'd guess, and that's it. D. Okay, let's keep moving. You refer to the architecture diagram above using SQS to set up a queue between EC2 instances. CloudWatch monitors the jobs. Auto scaling groups add servers based on CloudWatch. So why are you doing this? To reduce overall time? Not really. Maybe. To implement fault tolerance? Not really. Implement message passing? Well, yeah, you're doing that, but that's not your goal. Coordinate the number of instances in the job. So you're looking. Coordination is a good answer because you're kind of coordinating the number of instances. Handle hyper. Well, you're really not prioritizing things here. So my gut feeling is well. I also can see the answer on the slide. D. Yes, we're coordinating. We're just increasing the number of things in that group. You're building a mobile app. We need permission for each user to communicate and store data in DynamoDB tables. What is the best method for doing this? All right, so we're mobile here. Install the game configuration process and IAM credentials and the IAM users with proper permissions. Group would give access to the application. Then writing simply include a unique device ID. I'm not sure about that. Create a role. We always love roles. Proper permission to communicate, and then use the Web Identity Federation. Yeah, that's definitely something. You assume role with Web Identity. That would work good with a nice STS. Create an Active Directory. I don't see Active Directory, so I'm pushing toward. Yep, that's it. You're looking for that Web Identity Federation and the role. An attempt to cut costs with an account manager comes and tells you that he thinks that the company starts to use consolidated billing that will save money. He also wants the billing to set up in such a way that it's simple and gives insights into regarding this, um, regarding utilization. What is the best way to do this? Okay, so we have two answers in there. So use multiple VCPs and tag things. That would work, but you don't really, that's a little different from having being one master and no linked, one master with many accounts. That makes sense. Use IAM roles. I don't see how IAM roles would work. So we're really looking at using the VPCs and using a master account. That'll do that. So we're looking at A and C. Okay. All right. And we'll do one more, and then we're going to break, and we're going to have another. We'll pick it up. A DDoS attack happens when an application layer commonly uh, lower volumes of traffic. To mitigate these types, you should probably want to use a WAF to inspect the traffic. This creates a scenario where WAF is the bottleneck. So we use something called a WAF sandwich. What is a WAF sandwich? WAF software placed between private subnets. WAF software placed between public. WAF software placed between public and private. WAF software included in an auto-scaling group and placed between two elastic load balancers. And what do you think the answer is? Well, you think about that, you get two, you got a big hint here floating on the screen. Take a look at that. Where's the WAF? Yep, that's it, right between two load balancers. That is the WAF sandwich. Company is designing for high availability for the customer. The customer requires that their application needs to be handled an unexpected amount of load, allow visitors from DynamoDB table, which includes an online polling system. Anytime there are 10,000 requests need to be handled by the application. Given this information, what is the best way? Use a JavaScript with static HTML inside of the S3 bucket. Use CloudFront and R3 to serve the website, and then JavaScript. Create CloudFront with HTML and use autoscaling EC2, and a Lambda script using. So in this case, because of the polling system would be a lot of static SQL, we're looking at A as being the answer. I think this is a hard one. It's could have gone many ways. You're migrating an existing application to the cloud. You're communicating. You need to be able to build the highest availability architecture. You have hard-coded host names, so you're using Route 53 to be able to handle that. How are you going to solve it? What is the best method for high availability? And is it going to be using the user data option, using an alias record, using an alias record with the host name, and using a new CNAME? Well, an alias record is the solution, and it would probably be, let's see, SPI, an alias record to demo, and you might do a little more research to see when that went out. When it comes to KMS, which of the following best describes how KMS works? Okay, so we're really going to look at master keys and data keys. So one says we use master keys to use and decrypt data, and customer master keys used to decrypt and encrypt. Master keys and data keys. Master keys used to encrypt and decrypt 4 kilobytes of data, which can be used to protect by data keys. KMS, there's two types. Well, the answer is going to be that master keys decrypt data keys. So what that looks like, that's going to be option B. That's something happened to be familiar with. All right, let's go to look at the next one. That was just a quick slide, and this company is building a cloud environment. You could firm as, let's stop here. All right.